Todd Miller with the Dario Strings. Welcome back to Guitar 101. This is lesson 5.2. So now we're going to take our chord chart knowledge and we're going to go ahead and learn how to play our first song, Stand By Me. And we're going to start by playing whole notes. And a whole note is basically where we're going to hold each chord for 4 beats. So it's about the easiest way we can facilitate playing this song. So I've got G for measure 1 and G for measure 2. So for those 2 measures, I'm just going to hold the G for 4 beats with a whole note. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next measure is E minor. So I'm going to play that one and play it as a whole note. 2, 3, 4. So we're going to go through and play the entire tune as whole notes. It'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just played the pattern one time through as whole notes. It's really important to establish a steady beat when you start accompanying and playing chord patterns. That's really what makes it sound like music. If you start and stop, it really doesn't work well and it's going to be frustrating for you and for the listener. So if you can do some things to really focus on that steady beat, you're going to have more success. One of the things that helps is using a metronome. There's lots of resources around to get metronomes now, and it can kind of keep the time for you. Another trick that I like to do is I kind of cheat in the beginning with my students. For example, people generally don't have a problem. Once they get their fingers on the G chord, they're good for those 2 measures. But getting to the E minor sometimes can be tricky. This is how a new student often sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's no steady beat there, and it doesn't really have the feel we need to kind of start building on playing the song. So if you kind of cheat the last couple beats of the measure to get to the next chord, you can keep that steady beat. Let me give you an example. So I'm going to play the G to the E minor chord, but I'm going to cheat the last couple beats so that I can get to E minor right on time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So after I played the G chord, I started moving to the E minor so that I would get there in time. So that's a really good strategy to keep that steady beat. So if I'm going from the E minor to the C, I'll do the same thing. 1, 2, and I'm moving 4, and I get to C, 2, and I move ahead of time to get to D, 2, and I move ahead of time to get back to G, 2. So that's going to really help establish that steady beat, which is so important to all music. So that's your kind of first goal, to try to get to where you can play Stand By Me as whole notes. The next goal is to play it as half notes. So now a half note is where we hold each note for 2 beats. So it's going to be the same pattern, but now we're going to basically strum twice as much. It's kind of like a math problem. Instead of holding something for 4 beats, we're going to hold it for 2 beats twice. All right, so it's going to sound something like this. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The cheating rule still applies here. It's a great strategy. However, because you're doing half notes, you have half as much time to cheat. So it makes it a little more challenging. Hopefully, as you're starting to work on the half notes, your left hand's getting a little more facility, you're getting quicker. Remember we talked about earlier, muscle memory. This is always about muscle memory. The more you do this, the more your muscles remember where to go and the faster you're going to be and the more accurate and the better sound you're going to get. After you've played the song as half notes, the next thing you want to do is play the song as quarter notes. And what this means is we're going to strum for each beat in the measure. So we're going to strum 1, 2, 3, 4 for each beat in the measure. Okay, so it's going to sound something like this. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, So quarter notes are a great accomplishment because now we can really start feeling the pulse of the music. Okay? And typically we might play this one a little faster, maybe. If you really watch my left hand, you'll notice I'm still kind of cheating. My hands move just slightly before the beginning of the next measure so that I can get there in time and keep that rhythm nice and steady. Okay? So one of the things that we should talk about is you want to work on gradually increasing your tempo. You want to start at a nice slow tempo to where you can be successful and keep that steady beat. And as you get comfortable with it, you want to speed up the tempo to the tempo that you want to play it at. You're going to have much more success like this, and it's just going to sound more musical. The last piece of the puzzle for Stand By Me is to add our strum pattern. And so we'll kind of shift gears a little bit here, and we're just going to focus on the right hand. So you want to get this rhythm in your head. Down, down, up, down, up. So we're just going to repeat that rhythm, and that rhythm is going to substitute for our 4 beats. We're just going to play that, and that's going to be our pattern for each measure of the song. So down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay? It's a real common pattern. It works great in all kinds of tunes. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Okay? So that's our pattern. You might want to do it a little slower. Find out what works best for you. So the last piece of the puzzle here is we're going to incorporate that strum pattern into the tune. That pattern, once again, is going to substitute for our previous patterns for each measure. All right? Something like this. So there is how to play Stand By Me. So practice it till you can't stand it anymore and then play it for 5 more minutes. So thanks for watching.